minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend, by the way. If you took some time off, which honestly, I found that it is increasingly more important for me just to take time away to relax, to step out of my comfort zone, and just do things that I ordinarily wouldn't do. And I'm telling you what, sometimes it's way more difficult than you think. And it's easy to kind of think about like, you know what, I'm stuck where I'm at, or I'm not moving forward. And it's, you know what I need to do is step out a little bit and try new things, get a different perspective, just change it up, honestly. And some of the things for me, I know, because being a classic overthinker, I will easily talk myself out of doing something before doing something new. I'll overanalyze it, and then I'm like, nope, that's just probably not for me. So honestly, one of the reasons I'm doing this live video in the middle of the day is that I just I need to flex my muscle and start going live more often and start doing some of the creative things that I find really fulfilling. And it helps me throughout the day. I work in a logical standpoint. I'm dealing with data and tech, and there's a point where my brain starts to fill up and I have to relax. I have to take a moment and just do something creative. Just do something that's not in the norm, not business related, not work related, just something that helps you express how you're feeling or want to show others what you see. So I remember back in 2014 when I was really struggling with my weight. And I'm at a point right now, I'm just going to be honest, I'm not feeling as optimistic or as positive about my health journey as I have in the past. And it's completely my fault. It's something that I totally take ownership of. And for some, not all, but for some, for me, where I've gained a bit more weight than I had planned on, and a lot of it is because of inaction and not consistently taking action. Or I will be good on my health or my food intake, but then I splurge, and my splurges wind up being so big and including more sugary stuff that there are just effects of it afterwards. So, anyways, this is just me rambling right now. But I will say, years ago, when I started more of a health and wellness journey to get fit, I joined more of a community. And I really embraced that community. I mean, granted, some of that community was a little bit of a network marketing aspect, which I kind of like too. But it was more of me doing something creative, getting out and communicating with others, and finding others with similar interests and having a community and a conversation. And if I have thoughts on this, I'm able to reach out to the community. Or if I'm struggling with something, I found that community was important to me and helped me lift myself up or realize I wasn't alone in the things that I was doing. And it helped give me that support to kind of push forward a little bit. So over the years, I have found myself isolating. And a lot of that has to do with things in the past, the pandemic that happened, a lot of our divisiveness, politically, it has really increased that need for isolation. And I have, over the years, pulled myself away from community. So much so that currently in this situation, I find myself so isolated that it's very difficult for me to take those baby steps to start to engage in a community again. And that's something that I struggle with. As a matter of fact, that's one thing that was going through my head throughout the weekend. So it's like, gosh, when you're part of something, and it doesn't matter what community it is, right? You have to find a community where there's others with that like mindset or things that you want to focus on or talk about or need support for, and engaging with that community. So I've been guilty of just dropping off. And it's a regret, honestly. So one of the things that I'm going to do to take power back and start engaging in community a little bit, one of the things that I find that there is a community for is others that do these live streams. And the software that I use, Ecamm, super cool. I love it. It helps me stream on my Mac. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go live right now. I'm just going to do a live demo mode, I think, maybe. And you can see the screen that I'm working with right now. This is, oh my gosh, a wide monitor. I love it. So I'm just going to say right now, I'm just going to put this on the side of on this widescreen monitor. But part of these communities, they'll use a software called Discord. And that at least allows you to chat, somewhat offline, but not on Facebook, not on YouTube, or if you're doing a live YouTube or live stream session right now I'm on Facebook. I'm also on my Elevated Awesomeness channel on YouTube. You can check it out. Just go to put the @ symbol, Elevated Awesomeness in YouTube, and it should take you right to me. So one of the things we're dealing with Ecamm, last year they had a creator camp, and it's based in their corporate location, their company location, which is Amesbury, Massachusetts. Little personal note for me, I've never been to Massachusetts in my life. I've never been to Boston. I've always wanted to, but now I have an opportunity. I skipped out on it last year just because I was a little afraid of engaging in community again, and I didn't go. But this year, because I regretted it so much, I decided to pull the trigger, and now I'm set up to go to this community camp for this year in the middle of October. So it'll be 4 days during the week, no big deal. I'm like, I'm capable of roaming and doing work and multitasking, and it's all good. This is one of those comfort zones I'm trying to get out of. But for the past 4 weeks, this Discord for the Ecamm Creator Camp. They've been putting up things. So once a week, typically on Fridays, they want everyone to do a vertical video, a short, simple vertical video, something I'm obviously capable of doing, but to introduce yourself. So that way we're going to Creator Camp because we're going to be split off with different coaches to help build this community on how to go to live stream, how to work with different communities. Geez, in order to work with other communities, I have to work with this community first, right? So something that is just so simple, just going through and doing a little and I've noticed that some of these themes, if I'm being quite transparent, a lot of and that's what I'm finding. So I'm starting to look through this Discord, and there's a little bit of a common theme. What are the things that you struggle with? What makes you nervous? There are a lot of times that some people just can't get on and push the live button and go live on a streaming service and not really worry about what's going on, who's on the call. Anybody going to judge or think about what I'm talking about? Probably not. So, but a lot of the common things that I struggle with, others are doing that there, about procrastinating on creating content and posting it up, overthinking it, struggling with just trying to communicate with others, getting out of those comfort zones. So when I dive into it, I isolate myself. I start building up walls, and I think about, I'm struggling. I'm having this problem. I can't do this because others wouldn't understand, or it's just difficult. And what I need to remind myself, and what we probably all need to start reminding ourselves, is that, it's not just you. There are others that are involved. And if you're struggling about something, others are probably struggling about the same thing. So give yourself a little bit of a break. And so that's the thing, is I'm struggling a little bit with reaching out to other communities, to engaging with them. And it's just something that it's a muscle I need to flex to start working with. So I'm just going to share real quick some of the things that I did over the weekend, and hopefully you guys can hear this too. But I will say, over the years, I have really enjoyed video editing. I've loved it. So what I did, but when I go to certain adventures, I struggle with making sure I have enough shots to put a good video together. And sometimes in the moment, I'm doing the thing and forgetting to record the thing. Hey, how's it going, Andrea? I'm glad you're on. I was talking earlier about community, okay? And so, with years, when I joined and got involved in the isogenics community years ago, that was something that was really, I loved. I enjoyed it, and I loved that community. Over time, being isolated and everything else, I've really pulled away from it, and I've just found it difficult to start re-engaging with others to have community again. It's just really difficult. But anyway, so this weekend, going out, when I've got an adventure to go on, but sometimes I struggle with getting all the videos in, or doing the adventure, not recording the thing. And if you didn't record it, did it really happen? That kind of thing. So, but I'm always getting really good shots, and I love editing. I can get pretty good video in the car to capture some of these moments, just us getting to different places. But yeah, here's this. Hopefully the sound's coming through. Lift this up so you can hear it more. But this is just really great. What we did this weekend, I've always wanted to get Orbit and Astra out on the water regularly and start getting them used to paddleboarding. So I went out a couple weekends ago, went ahead and bought an inflatable paddleboard, something that was large enough for all of us to fit on. It was wide enough for the dogs, long enough so we can chill out, we can relax. And paddleboarding is a really great adventure, by the way. It is so much fun. But I had a lot of anxiety about just getting both of them on this board on a regular basis. And bottom line, once I got them out on the board, once I got them out just doing the thing, yeah, with Astra, it was a little bit difficult at first, but she started getting more comfortable, getting more used to it. And I have to say, it just really turned out very well. And, you know, being able to, you know, in the morning, this is like on a Friday morning, just to hang out on the water, kind of away from a computer.
Astra, what are you?
Away from work. It's just really amazing. But, you know, we got a few little pictures here and there. It was really great. Afterwards, we went, we visited Starbucks. We did our traditional. Once we go to Starbucks, we've got to get a pup cup. The dogs love it. Here we go, pulling up to the drive-through. Astra's like, I know it's coming up. It's a pup cup. I'm just fast forwarding. We get the little pup cups. It's always perfect. And then yesterday, we wound up, we didn't do paddleboards yesterday, but I took both dogs to Saguaro Lake early enough and I got there pretty early in the morning, around 7:30, before 8 o'clock, and it was hard to find parking. So this is Astra's first turn at a lake. You know, just going in, walking in. It took a little coaxing, but finally got her out there, and she got comfortable. And let me tell you, it was pretty amazing. Just seeing her out there on the water, she started getting pretty comfortable. Look at her. She was swimming out, and look, she went out to meet her brother, who's a super pro. And we were out with our friends Cher and Arlo. Arlo, today's his birthday, and he loves going out. He loves playing ball, so he'll go after the ball. Orbit loves to imagine that he's going to go after that ball, but he never does.
Oh, look at you go.
Orbit just loves to swim. And now Astra does too. It's really great. The difficult part of this entire day was trying to get Orbit to leave.
Good job, good job, good job.
Good job, Astra.
I have to tell you, I was so proud of them.
Proud.
Yeah, I was proud. That was a super proud moment. But anyways, I love being creative. I really do. Over the years, I found myself isolating from others. And part of the issue with that, a lot of the regret that I have, is I've isolated and pushed myself away from so many different communities that I was part of. So now it's one of those things, I need to start becoming part of a community again, or communities. I mean, they're all, it's like, and what are we talking about communities, right? Hey, I love to paddleboard. There's some paddleboarding communities I used to be part of. I need to reconnect. In Arizona, there's a corgi community. I can connect with them, do corgi events when it's a little bit cooler out. I love doing live streams, so I can connect with others to do that or anything tech. So whatever it is that you love, if you're missing that connection, I encourage you, not that I practice all the time, but I encourage you to find and reach out for the communities that include the things that you're passionate about or most passionate about. Give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and try it. So for this month, I'm going to start engaging with those communities again. The action steps are going to be, I am going to do my little short vertical videos for my creative camp, the creator camp that starts in a month, and slowly start to introduce myself and realize that the struggles that I'm feeling all of those things that are keeping me away from actually doing the small little tasks of progress, the others in that community are experiencing the same thing. And that's the beauty of community that I just have to remember, is that the struggle is real and we all share those struggles. So I need to give myself a little bit of a break and say, it's okay to start talking about those struggles, because dealing with the struggles is the way that you move past those struggles. So that's it. Give me some really good vibes out there. And if there are some communities that you want to be part of that you have pushed away from, or have never thought about actually taking the steps to either becoming part of a community or creating a community to having others. So that's it. Community. That was the talk. I hope everybody has an amazing rest of the week. See you guys. Bye.